Keiosha Marie Felix was last seen at a residence in Dawson, Louisiana on April the 30th, 2012. She may use the nickname Red and is known to frequent BZ area of Lafayette, Louisiana. At the time of her disappearance, she lived with her 8.5-month-old daughter at Kyra at Maison de Mer, a group home for teenage girls who are pregnant or have young children. She was in the state's custody, the Louisiana Department of Children and Family Services, DCF, because her mother was serving a prison sentence. Her daughter remains in the care of DCF. Family are adamant that Keiosha would never leave Kyra behind. She got a weekend pass to visit her paternal aunt, Patricia Andrews, and was last seen leaving Andrews' Dawson, Louisiana home on April 30th, 2012. Andrews filed a missing persons report that day after she didn't return. Police originally classed her as a runaway, based largely on false statements that have been made. Keiosha had run away once before, but only for 2 days. 4 people, including family members, were arrested, but charges were later dropped due to these false statements. The case was eventually turned over to the Dawson Police at the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, and Keiosha was classified as a missing person on July the 23rd, 2012. Keiosha frequently used her cellular phone and Facebook prior to the disappearance, but neither of them have been active since she went missing. She also left behind the 1-year-old daughter, and her loved ones don't believe that she would have abandoned her child. Chiara Evelyn Teobos is Keiosha's mother, and she describes her as funny, outspoken, intelligent, and she's a good child. The grandfather, Joseph Earl Narcisse, remembers her as a beautiful, soft-hearted girl. Aunt Regina Watson describes her as a happy-go-lucky teenager with lots of friends, loves social media, and Celile Batiste, another aunt, agreed, and she added that she loves her cell phone and loves meeting new people. Former group home residents and classmates recall a helpful friend and a devoted mom. Vicky Bordeaux, director of Maison de Mer, the group home, said she was very caring. Comments abound, such as, "She was crazy about her baby girl, come home after school and kissed and hugged her for a long time, and being in my class and helping me talking about her daughter." According to the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, within a year of her disappearance, 9 local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies in Louisiana and Texas had dedicated approximately 2,300 hours in manpower. Investigators explored 27 tips from Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, Florida, Minnesota, Maryland, Oregon, and California. Authorities believe she may be in Dawson, Baton Rouge, or Houston. Keiosha is 5 feet tall, 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. She is African American and goes by the nickname of Red. Family said, "There's power in numbers and we have to fight day and night to find Keiosha." Lena Lewis, which is also Keiosha's aunt, told the media she's not forgotten. She's still missing and we haven't heard a word. This here is big to us. My faith is strong, strong, strong. I always looked at it like I'm going to keep that faith, and I will never believe that she's gone. We really want to know what happened, what went on. Please come forward. Please, we're looking for answers. Just to know she's not forgotten. She still is missing, and we haven't heard a word, says Lena Lewis. Her family is hopeful a national report on the case from Investigation Discovery will bring new clues. Lieutenant Casey Barfield said, "I continue to open up the case every year I look at it, trying to get some fresh eyes on it, but so far the leads have not gone very far." Barfield has been in the case since the sheriff's office began investigating it. He says more than 3 dozen tips were called in. They followed various leads, including alleged sightings in 10 different states. Agencies throughout the area, including the FBI, the local attorney's office, and other municipalities throughout the state have looked into these tips, and none of them have turned out to be her, Barfield said. Dawson Police Chief Judas also worked on the case during his time at the sheriff's office. He said that Dawson County has not forgotten about Keiosha. Not knowing what happened, did she run away? Was she abducted? Is she still alive? That's just a resounding, always a thought in the town of Dawson's people. Judas said, "Everyone is trying to determine if something bad happened. Who would have done that?" Judas said that the national attention might jog the community's memory and someone should come forward with an incredible tip. You hope and you pray that someone will make the phone call just because somebody knows where Keiosha is, said Judas. Lewis said, we just really want to know what happened and are just looking for answers. We don't know what to think. We don't think she's lost. We know that she's not a runaway, and they don't believe for 1 second that she is, said second cousin Dion Williams. From the very beginning, Keiosha's case has been complicated. Keiosha was initially reported as a runaway. 2 of her relatives falsely told authorities that she was in contact with them after the April 30th. Some of the information about Keiosha's disappearance, we asked them to come forward with someone has information, and we asked them to come forward so we can find her, said Wilson. Authorities said Felix may be in the company of an adult who might have kept her in the local area or might have traveled with her to Baton Rouge or Houston, Texas. Investigators believe that Keiosha is still alive but could be in danger. Authorities believe Keiosha may be in the state still. Authorities are now focusing the investigation on finding Keiosha rather than filing criminal charges against anyone in her disappearance. Her case is classified as an endangered missing persons and remains unsolved. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office at 337-232-9211. This is the office that is working in conjunction with the FBI to locate Keiosha Marie Felix and bring the persons responsible to justice. You can also call or text 1-833-3-PURSUE or submit online at inpursuitips.com. These resources are both staffed by trained operators who will accept anonymous tips and alert the proper authorities. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information regarding to her safe return.